Yeah.
I was interested in how you discussed solidarity in one of your speeches, and I would like to hear you expound on that for us and our listeners, because at some level, I think that's the direction things need to go if we're going to solve these problems.
Yeah, well, I think, the idea of solidarity was um, horizontal alliances, the idea of having each other's backs, um, and um, focused on the idea of class struggle. That working people would build solidarity horizontally and then be able to use those alliances to fight back against bosses and so forth. Today, I think that notion has fallen a bit out of favor, and we hear people talking more about allyship.
Mhm.
Um, you know, you're an ally. You're sort of, adjacent to a movement or an organization, but you're allied with it. That's not the same as solidarity. Um, it seems more conditioned on, um, um, people. What am I trying to say? Um, it's not the idea that we all have each other's back. It's the idea that we'll work with you if around certain struggles that we share, but not necessarily everything. It's not class-based necessarily.
Right. So, yeah, I think allyship has been a top, an issue that we have dealt with at Veterans for Peace, and how do you actually be an ally rather than just
Right,
stating support?
right, right.
And allyship to me is far weaker than solidarity as far as getting something done, because I know it's disturbing to me that we can have so many peace groups, so many groups that are coming out right now, especially against Trump. Um, because I don't know if you were at the Hands Off rally in Nashville last weekend.
Yeah,
Okay, you were there, and I looked around and I thought, okay, this is, oh, I don't know, average age about 52, and they're white.
I
And
thought the same thing.
all right. I'm thinking, okay, where were you guys last fall when members of Veterans for Peace were along West End cheering on Palestinian rights
Right,
and calling for an end to genocide? Um,
exactly.
you know, and that's where I'm thinking, okay, I guess we could be allies, but it sure wasn't a demonstration in solidarity.
Yeah, and there have been a lot of pro-immigrant rallies
Yes.
that young people have organized, and yeah, the people who were showing up at the Hands Off rally were not coming to those. So there's a lot of work to be done.
How do we get that work done?
Well, that's a good question. I am not an organizer, although in my fantasies, I wish that had been my career rather than as an academic. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I think it's very difficult.